landscape. Many firms never get to the point of taking their last breaths, and so they continue to slowly leak resources that dooms them to mediocre existences. It seems that without the watchful eye of urgency, the discipline to intelligently allocate our resources, time, talent, and money is washed out with the receding tide. All managers have these resources to varying degrees within their organizations, and they must decide how to manage each. So technically, all managers are strategists. The reality, however, is that not all managers are good strategists. Herein lies the pearl of great opportunity. The deeper you can dive into the business and resurface with strategic insights, the more valuable you'll become to your organization. Effective resource allocation drives profitability, more resources invested in the right activities, and productivity, fewer resources invested in the wrong activities. The result is a high-performance organization in which all levels of management are encouraged and equipped to shape its strategic direction. Are you strategic? I was thrown out of college for cheating on the metaphysics exam. I looked into the soul of the boy sitting next to me. Woody Allen, writer, director, and actor. Until now, looking into someone's soul was about the only way we've had to guess whether or not someone is strategic. In many organizations, it is assumed that senior executives are strategic and lower-level employees are not. As you might imagine, solely using someone's title to determine his or her strategic ability is as accurate as using a Hollywood star's popularity to determine his or her knowledge of political issues. Research on leadership by the American Management Association has shown that the most important competency for a leader is the ability to develop strategy. Unfortunately, when researchers examined leaders at all levels in organizations, they found only 4% to be strategists. According to the Institute of Directors in London, the wide gap between the importance of strategic thinking and the percentage of leaders who actually are strategic can be attributed to the fact that 90% of executives at the director and vice president levels have had no training to become competent strategists. Organizations tend to invest training and development resources in the tangible operational areas of sales, customer service, and communication, while neglecting the critical area of strategic thinking. Consider your organization. When was the last time you and your colleagues were provided with developmental programs specifically geared toward strategic thinking? Time trouble. The worst enemy of the strategist is the clock. Time trouble, as we call it in chess, reduces us all to pure reflex and reaction, tactical play. Garry Kasparov, former world chess champion. We all know the popular maxim that the most precious commodity is time. Time is the one resource that can't be renewed. Entire industries have been built around providing people with more time by outsourcing the less desirable tasks that can eat away at it. For example, cleaning services, lawn maintenance, and concierge-type services. Most of the ramifications of a lack of strategic thinking relate to wasting time. What follows are just a few examples from recent research. Our research suggests that 85% of executive leadership teams spend less than 1 hour per month discussing their unit strategy, with 50% spending no time at all. Our findings on managerial behavior should frighten you. Fully 90% of managers squander their time in all sorts of ineffective activities. In other words, a mere 10% of managers spend their time in a committed, purposeful, and reflective manner. 80% of top management's time is devoted to issues that account for less than 20% of a company's long-term value. The main problem identified by the majority of senior executives was strategic thinking. Our senior executives tend to get carried away by details and lose their strategic perspective. It is a major challenge to get our decision makers to think in strategic rather than operational terms. A lack of strategic thinking not only prevents individual managers from maximizing the critical resource of time, but also can stop the entire firm's progress in its tracks. A study was conducted of 500 companies to better understand what causes successful organizations to struggle financially for extended periods of time. The researchers found that 80